Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about the Mission 700 loudspeaker. Oh man, I'm just stoked about this. I mean, I'm wearing my peace sign shirt, and I'm over at the store, and I dragged these things over here. We were listening to Jethro Tull, Aqualung, and there's a song called Mother Goose. That's amazing, right? I mean, there's a lot of great songs on that album. If you don't know it, please. And then I'm listening to Natalie Merchant do Life is Sweet. And you know, okay, maybe not everybody likes that, but you know what? I mean, it does kind of put me in a good mood. And then I was thinking about Alanis Morissette. And Craig, who's the vice president of Upscale, he does not like Alanis Morissette so much. I think I was going to get him an Alanis Morissette shirt for Christmas, but I refrained, but I still might pull that one out of my hat. I mean, I thought most people like her. Do you? Here's what I want to know. I got one artist at the end of the video, and I want to ask you who it is, and I want you to say, yes, I like her, no, I don't, down in the comments. And then one of you guys, or gals, in the United States, we're just going to pick you at random, and then we're going to send you a shirt, because I'm curious. This person, I think 100% of the people out there love this other person. All right, let's get to the speaker. God, these are such an amazing value at their price. Go look it up on our website. Click the link, and because I don't want to say in case they raise it, and I hope they don't. I hate it when that happens. But anyway, it's a 6.5-inch two-way, and look, I sold Mission speakers way back in the day. The company was founded in 1978, and they came out with a speaker called the 770, and we have those now. They have a new version that they have released, and they're amazing. But I sold the originals back in the day, and I remember, I mean, they were really kind of hard to drive. They were the first commercially made speaker to use a polypropylene bass driver, according to them, which surprises me, because I thought Infinity was doing before that. But maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, regardless, the 770s back then, man, they were kind of power hungry. But if you gave them some power, they really sang. And these are just so much easier. But I think that they've just learned so many things since that time. And if you go over, I've got a pair of old Missions in the service department. I've got I think at least 2 more pair up in the rafters, because you know how I collect stuff, right? I imagine I'm going to retire and just surround myself with old gear and new gear and just listen day in and day out, but it'll never happen, will it? So, 6.5-inch two-way, mineral-loaded polypropylene bass driver that has unbelievable bottom end, and it has a butyl rubber edge surround, which that is wonderful, because typically these are a lifetime suspension that I have seen. They don't seem to fail too much. I mean, yeah, I really don't see it too much. It's a 1.25-inch dome tweeter, and I think that was a good choice for this speaker. Everybody seems to use 1-inch dome, 1-inch dome, 1.25-inch dome, and it's just a little bit relaxed. A smidge relaxed. It's got a bass port right here, and you'll notice that the tweeter is down low, and that's their inverted driver geometry. So it's not just a matter of taking your loudspeaker and turning it upside down. This is all about engineering for time alignment, and that is what they have done. The front baffle board is very, very dead and inert, even when you're playing music. The cabinet feels like it is, but when I played music, it wasn't quite as dead. But I don't know. There are some companies, especially the British companies, the ones that follow the BBC thin wall design thing, they have a tendency to let that ride just a little bit in the cabinet itself because, well, I don't want to get into all the engineering shit. Just know that some people think it's not such a big deal. And there's something to be said about that, because I heard this speaker that was made of concrete once, and man, it was dead sounding. So I think that it's always a matter of tuning it to what sounds best. Let's talk more about how this speaker really sounds. You know, I got to tell you something. The guy that designed it, Peter Como, that guy, he is a rock star. He has designed a lot of award winning loudspeakers. And what they did is they wanted to use modern materials. We've learned so much since back in the day of just using polypropylene. You know, polypropylene was fine, but it just wasn't that great for bottom end. So now they use mineral loaded polypropylene. That means they add a little bit of mica and a little bit of a marble that is ground up and added to the material. And the bottom line is now the bass has throw. I mean, look. This is a big bookshelf, right? It should have better bass than some of the little itty-bitty ones. But it's not a Mission 770 either, right? The 770 is made in the UK. It's like, you know, throw away the rule book on cost. I mean, they use the very, very best of everything. But I would like to call this a scaled down version of it, and it has a lot of the same characteristics. The bottom end is amazing, but because the cabinet's a little bit bigger, take care in positioning it. Take the time to do it. 90% of the performance is going to come from proper positioning. So when you buy them from us, if you buy them from Upscale, check the box. Make sure that we send you our speaker setup instructions, whether it's a CD or a thumb drive, because it is absolutely critical. You cannot do it with a tape measure or a laser beam or any of this other craziness that I hear. And so if you do it right, you are going to be rewarded with this speaker being able to absolutely disappear, where you don't hear that speaker and that speaker. You hear a plane of sound and images and sound that goes out beyond the sides of the speaker. That's what the magic is. Oh my God. And then this high frequency driver, I might be wrong on this, but from what I understand, this is the same driver that's in the 770. So again, I mean, God, it's such an incredible value. And the mid-band is, it's got this purity to it that I just love. I mean, I love two-way speakers. You want more bass? Add some rel subs, right? I mean, every system can, you know, benefit. I don't care. I got a pair of Grand Utopias at home. Ginormous speakers. I'm still getting a pair of six-pack rel subs eventually when I get time to work on my own stuff. Oh my God, let's look at this speaker. Let's look at the cabinet. Just look at it. Now, it's a 8-ohm speaker, 5.2 ohm minimum impedance. Listen, if you have a tube amp and you buy this speaker or any other speaker, do not pay attention to that 8-ohm sticker. If your amplifier has a 4-ohm tap and an 8-ohm tap, listen to one of them, and then at the exact same volume, listen to the other one, and go with the one that sounds best to you. It is critical that you do that. And if you don't, you're making a big mistake. And I'm going to bet that 20% of the people that I've talked to have got it all wrong. They're supposed to be 86 dB efficient, but I was running them with this 36-watt tube amp, and I mean, it was just rocking it. So I think those numbers are off just a little bit. Really, I mean, usually it's the other way around. They say they're 93 dB, but they're really 90. This is a case of them being a little more efficient than they quote. This is a real walnut veneer. This is a painted wood veneer over here. I love the grills are fabulous because they are magnetic, beautifully done, but I don't know, man. I mean, ever since, you know, back in the day when I first got, we never put grills on Missions because they were such a cool brand. You wanted people to know that this is what you have, right? And you don't want to cover it up. And somehow they've been able to achieve that, staying in vogue. You know, they were not in the US for a number of years. I mean, they were just doing their thing in England and in Europe and winning all kinds of awards, and now they're relaunching here, and they're really doing a great job. They come with these fabulous stands. They're just great. Great stands that put them at the right height, and they look wonderful, but, you know, to each his own on stands or what you want to do. Oh, man, so look. Contact one of our non-commissioned salespeople. If you have a local dealer, make sure that you support them. Okay? Every town is better with a local hi-fi store and a local record store. I got that. But if not, reach out to us at Upscale Audio. They don't work on commission. They're going to treat you really, really well, and they know what they're doing. Now, the t-shirt. Who does not love Chrissy Hind from the Pretenders. I mean, really, how could you not love her? I've seen her a couple of times. I've just loved her from afar ever since day one. There's just something about her that is so freaking cool. Let me know in the comments what you think about her. I want to read them and find out, and then I'm just going to grab somebody, or I'll have somebody else grab them so I don't pick them out, and we'll send you a t-shirt, okay? Thanks for shopping Upscale Audio. We're going to treat your system like it's ours. Thank you.